Look, I've said it a million times. I could sit here and listen to metal music all day long, but, we have a stream to do, so let me click that off. How's everybody doing today?
All right.
Doing good.
No one's dead yet. That's good. It's positive.
Yet.
Yeah, it's very much in the way of yet. Well, one of us is currently a statue, last I checked. Oop. I seem to... Oh, there it goes. Okay, OBS had a bit of an issue there for a minute. It was showing all the background information and not the actual map. That was about to be a problem.
Yeah.
We're good now. All right. So, when last we left off, our newly formed cleanup crew had been tasked to put out a fire in a graveyard just south of the city of Crendolia, where they met a fire-dwelling being, beat it into submission and made it run, and then had some particularly interesting dealings with the fire itself, which came alive and spoke to them, forcing them to hug flaming versions of themselves.
Yeah, no, that whole encounter was fun.
Cuddle party.
Afterwards, in investigating the ruined and charred remains, they found themselves falling down a deep hole that somehow led them to the mountains. And upon those mountains, they came across a pair of odd and bizarre creatures, one of which turned young Teltix into stone, leaving her petrified for now. And as the crew journeyed down the mountain into the now setting sun, darkness fell. In front of them, glowing red eyes in the distance. And that is where we join them now. There are dozens of eyes glowing in the distance all around you at this point. It started with just a couple, and then more, and then more. And now they encircle you. Bright, glowing red eyes staring at you from the darkness. You hear a breeze picking up, like a wind billowing. What are we doing?
I'm just sitting around.
Well, Teltix is still statue.
I need to figure out what these creatures are. So, do I need to do a perception or a knowledge nature?
Go ahead, because you can't really see them from where you are. Roll me perception first to see if you're able to get a better view of these creatures in some way.
Where is it? Here we go. 12.
You can't see the creatures' bodies. Their eyes are deathly glare. However, you do see that somewhere behind you, coming off the mountain now, is a dense, thick wind that seems to be full of some sort of ichor, black ichor, just billowing down the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you watch as the trees that you can see, as they come in contact with this wind, they rot and collapse.
All right, someone's had a nasty party here. I gesture to the creatures. Hello. We are hardy adventurers making our way back to town. May we pass?
You get a lot of snarling, like deep growls.
Oh, this is gonna end well.
Animalistic.
I'll take that as a maybe.
However, you see, as this wind that you saw earlier grows closer, the ones that were behind you closer to the mountain begin to whimper and flee. As they run past you, you notice they are rather large hellhounds.
Ooh.
And they are running from this wind that you can continue to watch as it comes even closer now. It's just rotting everything it touches, be it meat, plant. If it is organic, it's just melting and rotting before your eyes as this wind billows towards you. This ichor flying around in it. It's about 200 foot out from you now.
That's not good. I'm not sure what to do. Akmite, what do you suggest?
We run if
Running is an option, yes. Although, what are you going to do with the Celtics statue? I'm not sure.
Hey, we're hauling Celtics in this carriage. We can't run as fast as we normally are. I guess we can. Go ahead.
I was going to ask if those eyes of the creatures are also observing the stuff, or that
as
they
it
run
comes
off.
closer, they run. You hear them start whimpering and running.
No, yeah, then we run along with them. I'd rather not get stuck in whatever this is.
Do you
I'll push
grab the
cart.
carriage? Okay.
Yeah, I've been on the carriage the whole time, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm mainly watching out for other things protecting the statue, and he's dragging us with it. He got the high strength.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say that because of the way wagons work, you can if you spend an action to do it, you can dash 60 foot.
All right.
All right.
With this wagon, the dust, as you decide what you're going to do, is now about 180 feet back. You can roughly estimate. And you begin running.
We need to take cover somewhere. We need to run and get out of here.
All right. You run off, I'm assuming. And as you do, you get about the first 60 feet, and you can tell that the dust is holding pace behind you. It's moving about the same speed you are. And as you continue running, there is for Akmite, there is a ravine. It's not so deep or long that the wagon will get stuck. It's got, big wheels designed for this kind of thing. However, if you step in it, you're going to fall down. So you'll have to roll me either athletics or acrobatics to leap over this small ravine as you're carrying the cart.
I'm going to go with athletics. 21.
All right, you run up, you're pulling the cart, you're sprinting, this wind is behind you, you can see things, you just look behind you and just plant matter is just rotting. There's a deer that looks like it's trapped in there, and its head just slides off its body as its flesh melts from its bones. And you leap over this ravine and keep going. Draven, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
$17.
Hasn't updated on my end, but I'll have to refresh my roll 20, I guess. It seems to have frozen. Anyway. He hits the bump and you get bounced around in the back, but you're just able to hold yourself on to the cart so you don't fall out. Celtics' statue rolls around a little bit inside, but you're able to hold yourself on tight as all this is happening. And you get another 60, 70 feet, and there is a cliff in front of you, Akmite. And the wind is behind you.
Watch out for that cliff!
I was going to say, see if there's any way down, maybe.
It is a straight drop cliff, and you can't tell how deep it is because it is just filled with this deep, misty fog.
Can I use perception to see if there's any kind of bridge?
You could both roll perception real quick.
19.
There isn't a bridge. However, there seems to be a slightly shallower incline, just slightly off to the right. The fog, however, as you have to stop so you don't run right off the cliff, is now about 120 feet behind you. The wind is.
Where are we on the map? Just out of curiosity.
Somewhere in here.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in that area. Because you left the you were in the graveyard collapsed, and you somehow ended up in the mountains, and now you're running up towards the city.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Trying to zoom and.
Akmai, there's that small incline to the right. We need to go that way.
All right. Gonna turn the cart and head towards that smaller incline.
As you get on the incline, roll me a dexterity, not a saving throw, just straight dexterity to see if you're able to hold your footing here.
All right. 18.
All right, you hold your footing. You're just like a jackalope going down this, just like a goat more than anything, just hopping over to these loose rocks. The cart is bouncing all over the place, though. So, Draven, I need another dexterity save from you.
All right.
You fall out of the cart.
Oh, no!
You are rolling down this cliff now. So we'll come back to you as you just tumble down this cliff.
I do have Featherfall.
Featherfall would work if you were dropping a distance, but you're literally rolling down the side of this thing.
Ah.
You could slow your descent, but you would still be rolling down the side of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's nothing really to grab onto. It's just loose rocks and gravel and then just smooth stone underneath that. There's nothing to get a hold of, even if you do slow yourself down.
Okay.
Akmite, the cart is now a little lighter. The wind actually billows over the canyon, so it doesn't come into the canyon. However, you are now in a deep fog, the deep fog that's in this canyon. So roll me a perception check real quick.
All right. There we go. 17.
You notice, but it's just a little too late. Your foot goes off the edge of the cliff. And so does the cart. And now you are also tumbling down what's left of this cliff into the fog.
How is how is basically the cart and the statue while it's going down?
The cart just starts going end over end. The statue is rolling around inside of it. You can hear the Celtic statue banging around in the cart as it rolls down violently down the cliff. And Akmite and Draven, where's my dice? Because I'm doing this.
Please don't break me.
Akmite and Draven, you take 2 points of damage each falling down this cliff.
Okay.
As you impact the bottom in this like hard, it's not stone here, it's this kind of like sturdy, tightly packed dirt, kind of like some sort of trail or road here at the bottom of the canyon, and the fog is real dense around you. You can see each other. You can see the now ruined cart. However, you don't see Celtix's statue.
I do a perception check to.
You can perception or investigation, either one, if you want to look around and try and find it.
I'll do perception.
All right.
17.
Sorry, I had to let the cat out. 17? It's not here. You can see where it looks like it rolled off the road and down deeper still into the canyon, off the side of this road.
Oh, yay.
There appears to be...
There's no way. I was going to ask if there was any way to see down it, but I'm going to guess no, because of how dark it is.
It's the middle of the night. There's this real dense, deep fog, so you can't really see through down there. You just there's like the cliff comes down. There's this road goes a little bit, and then there's another incline down deeper. However, you do see down there, there is what looks like bright lights, like little specks of light you can see through the fog, like a town or some sort of village.
I turn over to Draven. There seems to be some sort of encampment down below here.
That would make sense. They do have a lot of cover down here. It's probably a refugee camp, maybe. You want to go check it out? We need to find the statue, though. I have no idea where that went.
believe it went down there, so we might need to look for it.
Well, I guess that village is on our way then. Find Teltix. We need to get her back somehow. So, onward.
Now, I will let you both know this, as it is, I'd say, almost midnight in the world. If you continue on without resting at this point, without taking a long rest at this point, you will start to gain exhaustion, which will incorporate disadvantage on all your rolls for until you rest.
Okay.
So you have the choice. I will let you know you can either go search and take the exhaustion, or you can make camp and check the next day.
I'd say for right now, we should rest up. We just outran a storm of
Death.
something, basically a storm of death, and I don't think that cart's going anywhere. So if you think you can start a fire with that thing, or we can use that as
fire's not a problem. Fire's not a problem. You take your rest. I only need 4 hours of meditation time, so you take as much rest as you need, and as soon as we're done with our rest, we need to find Teltix.
Yes.
So let me light this fire for you. And
the only kindling around, by the way, is the remains of the thing.
The cart. Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah,
Just
I have an explorer's pack. I have tinder and stuff in there, and so I use some of the debris from the carriage to make a fire.
All right, you've got a nice little fire going. You've made camp. Do we do anything before we go to bed?
I want to make a perception check to see if there's any threat that's immediately nearby.
Go for it, but you're going to do this with disadvantage because it's dark and it's foggy. It is extremely hard to see right now.
Including my dark vision?
Your dark vision helps with the darkness, but the fog is...
Not the fogginess.
Yeah.
10.
You can't see anything. It's just fog.
Okay.
You can see Akmite.
Well,
he's like maybe 20 foot away from you at most, and that's about as far as you can see before things just go white. Or gray, whatever you want to say.
Well, Akmite, I can't really see anything as well as fog, but as far as 20 feet in front of us, I think we're good, so I don't have anything else to do if you want to go ahead and take your rest. I'll stand watch for the first 4 hours, and then I'll take my rest.
All right. Yeah, I'm okay with that. First, here's a couple, just in case you need it. I don't know if... Wait, did we get fully healed after that fight?
No, not yet. You'll get fully healed when the full rest complete. When this rest completes, though.
Okay, because I was gonna give him 2 of my a potion or 2 if he needs it.
All right.
Just so if something happens, he can.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm about half. My health is about halfway down. So if you want to give it to me, cool.
Okay.
So I will take it.
Just to clarify, once we have this rest, you'll be back at full health anyway. So if you take your potion now and then we take our rest, you'll have healed up for healing. If you feel like something might be about to happen, go for it. I just want to make sure it's understood that you rest.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to take it right now. I'm just going to keep it on me just in case I need it because I'm good for right now.
All right. Just making sure.
So I'll just keep my inventory. Thank you for clarifying, though.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll take my rest.
Go ahead.
Draven, if you're on watch, roll me one more perception check.
23.
You don't see anything still because of the fog. However, you hear in the distance 2 very odd sounds. One, this is way off in the distance. It sounds like someone's screaming, like 5 or 6 voices chittering and screaming all at once, along with the flashing of some sort of, like, not flashing, but like what sounds like massive wings flapping. And slightly closer to you, but still a little ways off, you hear what sounds like the tinkling of glass knocking against stone real gently. Almost like someone's trying to move it across a stone quietly. Like someone's slowly, like, trying to stealthily drag glass across stone.
Hmm.
Well, I don't want to leave the camp or try to bring it near us for right now. I want to play it safe and just use the fog as our cover and just chill out. And if it gets closer, then I'll start doing something. For right now, I'm just going to hold where I am and wait and just listen.
All right. Well, it never gets any closer. It all stays pretty far away. And as it gets to be earlier in the morning, your watch ends. You both get your full rest. So go ahead, heal yourselves, restore all your spell slots, all that fun.
Does that include me?
Yeah. Yeah. Teltix, you'll get yours as well.
Cool.
Yes, you'll get yours as well. And the next day, as the sun begins to peek through the fog and the mist, it clears up. However, you can't see back up the cliff. It's still there for whatever reason. You cannot see back up the cliff. However, you can see down the rest of the cliff, where the village is now a much thinner layer of fog, almost a mist. So you can make out the shapes of old buildings. They look almost decrepit and rotting. The lights on them seem to have just never gone out. There seems to be no one you can see moving around down there. And now that it's thinned out, you can actually see that there is a path. This road you're on splits into one way that leads further through the canyon and one way that leads down into this town. It passes through some sort of wooded area before coming out into the town.
Mm-hmm. Well, after our rest, Telak might. Well, now that we got our rest, I do feel a lot better. So, our first priority should be trying to find Teltix. I don't know where her statue went. I do know it went down towards the town, and I'm not sure what we'll find down there. But in my mind, I believe it's where we need to go. But it's also your call too.
I believe we should find our comrade. It wouldn't be nice to be yelled at by her matriarch or whatever that other gator lady was. I mean, they can always find another, but I'd honestly rather not lose someone just because we need to get out of here.
Yeah, so we'll continue on. We'll head towards the town and see if we can't spot Teltix on the way.
All right. So you two start heading off down that path. Teltix.
Yes.
You have been unable to move, petrified as stone for the last several hours. However, you have been aware. You have been able to see what goes on around you, despite being covered in stone. So you saw the eyes. You saw the wind rotting everything as you all ran into the canyon. You saw Draven bounce up out of the cart and roll down the cliff, and then if you were finding that amusing, it wasn't for very long, because the next thing you know, you're rolling down the cliff. And you watched as in the middle of the night, a creature walked up to your statue. Let me grab its stats real quick. No, not that one. This one. There we are. This creature that picked you up stood. That's not helpful. Where is my chart? Because I have this on a chart. This creature stood about 16 foot tall. It had four arms that ended in three-pronged hands with long claws. Each claw maybe 3 or 4 foot in length. It had no head, however. Instead, where its chest would be was split down the middle with massive teeth on both sides, and fur covering the remainder of its body. And it poked at your statue a little bit before hoisting you up with one of its hands and started carrying you into this decrepit and run-down town that you found yourself in front of.
I am aware, right?
You are aware of what's going on, yes.
Can I roll an investigation?
With disadvantage because you're kind of stuck looking in one direction. You can't turn. You can hear a little bit, but for the most part, you're stuck looking in one direction.
All right. Well, disadvantage is better than nothing. I have proficiency and expertise. So, what am I rolling?
Investigation. If you want to try and figure anything out.
Yeah, I want to figure out like what kind of creature this is.
Go for it.
What its intent is.
Even with your you're able to like pinpoint everything on this creature. You're able to count that it has 125 teeth in its mouth. You're able to find that it actually does have two small eyes that are actually on either side of its oddly vertical maw. And those eyes seem to be placed in like weird ears, as though the two are fused in some way. But you've never seen a creature like this before. There is maybe a scholar somewhere who researches and studies these kind of things, but this is bizarre. This is alien almost.
I will definitely have to write this down once I regain mobility.
And the creature sets you in a hallway. This hallway is full of other statues. These aren't statues like yourself. These look like very finely crafted statues. You can tell because they're not as lifelike as you are. And he seems to have set you in what looks like an empty spot, as though something had broken there before. And then you watch as he walks over to a massive pillar standing 60, 70 foot tall and just lifts it with one hand and crawls into a hole underneath of it, gently setting the pillar down. And that is how your evening goes.
Oh, yay.
As this creature scurries out, and every now and then it'll scurry back in and roam around and look for things before going back into its hole. Draven and Akmite, who are unaware of what's going on with Celtics completely, you come to this forest, this sparse, semi-sparse, semi-dense. It's a small bit, but it's very thick, of woods that this path runs through to get into the town. It seems as though the town itself is, it's bordered by the cliff on two sides, and then this forest kind of borders the rest of it. There is what looks like some sort of stream runs down.
Well, there's a stream down here. That would make sense. This is sort of like a canyon almost. So at least they have some water here. Can I determine whether if it's drinkable water?
You can roll me medicine to see if you can determine. You have no idea. You look at this, you're like, yep, that's water. You go up to the water to do this, right? Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I don't drink it. I'm just looking at it.
Well, you walked up to it, so roll me a dexterity saving throw. You remember that tinkling of glass you heard?
Yeah.
You're hearing it again. And as you're standing here, hearing this tinkling, looking at this water, trying to figure out if it's consumable or not, what looks to be an alligator made of glass leaps out of the water at you.
Oh!
And you roll backwards real quick. And now you are standing with this creature. On further look, it looks more like an alligator's head. This entire thing is made of glass, but it looks like an alligator's head attached to a centipede's body with a scorpion's tail. Made entirely of glass. You can see its digestive tract flowing through its body.
Well, somebody had fun with you, my good sir.
And it bites at you, and it sounds like two glass cups smacking into each other. Roll
Whoa.
initiative.
Oops. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're good. You're good, because we're not doing maps this week. Go with the
Oh, we're not?
geography.
Okay.
Yeah.
6.
6. And where's my dice? Does he have a plus? He does not. That's a nat 1.
Nice. You trip and fall on your ass.
Take one step out of the water and it shatters.
So that was for his initiative, unfortunately. Otherwise, that'd be hilarious. Really fuck my encounter. All right, so Draven, it is your round. It is your turn first. This alligator is about 20 foot in front of you, and it is a big boy.
First, I want to try to talk to it. I'm just pretty much saying, how tall is it?
This creature is in length about 9 foot long.
You're a big boy. All right. Tell you what. I'm sorry I touched your water, but who are you?
It just snarls and snaps at you. Its jaws cling together again.
The silent type. Okay, I like that. Can you understand me? Chomp your jaws, yes, once, or don't at all.
It's not responding to you. It's just about to attack.
All right.
Essentially.
I guess we're doing this. I gave it a chance. Since it's made of glass, I'm going to try to smash it with my quarterstaff using 2 hands.
All right, go ahead and roll that for me.
7.
You swing your quarterstaff. You hit it in the head, nice and clean, and your quarterstaff just reverberates, and you shake a little bit, and it just makes a hollow ting as you hit the glass.
All right, glass is not fragile.
Ackmite?
Can I determine, like, what this creature might be?
If you want, you can roll me a nature check or a history check, either one. See if you can learn anything about this thing.
Both the same, so... Negative.
Nope.
It's basically 2.
That's a weird fucking alligator.
That is a gnome, I believe.
Okay. So... I'm gonna get close to Draven, kind of.
Draven, real quick, what is the maximum range on your quarterstaff?
5 feet.
All right, so in order to have hit it, you are literally within 5 foot of this thing. So, Ackmite, if you want to get up close to him, you'll be about within 5 foot of it.
Yep.
All right.
It's fine with me.
All
right. And
I tried to smash it, didn't work.
Okay. Was that an nature check in?
No, you can still do an action.
Okay, well then I'm going to attack it with my long. Trying to think. I'm gonna attack it with my long sword.
Did I just hear Godzilla?
The
17.
stream has the ability to put forth a little bit in order to play around with you guys a little bit, and that was one of the things they put forth a little bit for.
Okay.
You swing your long sword, and you catch this thing in one of its like weird pincer claws that are kind of like dangling the centipede-like legs it has, and you're able to smash through one of those much thinner looking pieces. Roll me damage.
8.
Okay. Yeah, you break off one of these like little arms.
All right.
It kind of squirms around a little bit. It's not particularly hurt. It's just angry. It doesn't even bleed. It looks like it's just mad now. And that makes it the Gator's turn. I need to look something up real quick because they put in for something else as well, which will take effect either during or after this combat. I haven't decided which. However, they did put in for it, so let me just open this real quick. There we go. All right. Roll my D100. All right. Okay, yeah, that should be interesting. All right, Draven, the crocodile.
Be nice.
It goes up and its giant like maw opens wide, really wide, and instead of teeth, you notice 2 more of these pincer-like claws slide out of its mouth.
What the hell?
Begin and try to slash at you.
Damn.
Does a 12 hit you?
By 1, it does.
All right. You take, as these claws scale into you, 5 points of damage. As
Okay.
these massive glass claws carve into you.
All right. That didn't feel so good. Oh my god, what the hell is this thing?
And Draven, as you take your damage here, let me just check how the spells work. As you take your turn, what is your action going to be?
Well,
Usually.
considering he's glass and Celtic's weakened it
Mhm.
by shattering off one of his parts, I'm going to cast a spell at it. Probably, I'm going to actually use Ray of Frost to shoot that Ray of Frost at that damaged part in his body,
Okay.
hoping that the ice will crack that glass even more.
Well, as you go to do that, the other thing that the chat has donated for goes off, and instead of casting your Ray of Frost, as you open your spell book to try and cast,
Oh,
you
no.
can feel the arcana around you, the archaic magical energy around you, short circuit almost as you cast this spell, and instead a massive fireball forms in front of your face and explodes. I need a dex saving throw from both of you.
Ugh.
Oof.
7.
All right, you all make the dex saving throw, if that makes you feel any better,
Hooray!
including the alligator. The alligator just dunks back under the water. However, you take 6, 5, 8, 12, 15 points of damage.
What?
You each take 15 points of damage as this fireball explodes. You can blame chat for this.
Shit.
It's entirely their
Thank
fault.
God I'm a statue.
And not there.
Yeah, that too.
What the chat
Um,
put forth for was to cast a bit of wild magic, which whatever wild magic does is determined by my D100, and D100 came up with cast fireball on yourself.
well, chat, thanks a lot, because I'm unconscious.
Akmite, Draven opens up his book. He looks all confident and elfy about to blast this gator, and instead he blows up, and he's on the ground.
Great. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. Roll it.
13.
Damn. I forgot how much Cure Wounds could do. All right. Draven, does 13 put you back into the positives?
Yes, it does.
You wake up and your hair is actually still singed and burning a little bit.
What the fuck was that?
You remember your mistress casting that spell once on probably on some creature that she was teaching you with, and literally just annihilating an entire herd with it.
Okay, Akmite, I swear to God, I was trying to cast ice, not fire. I don't know what happened.
You both notice, however, that the alligator is now missing most of its arms. They've been blown off of it, despite its attempt to dive under the water. It is missing most of its little arm bits. And it is its turn, and it is not happy about that. And it is going to lunge at Akmite as Draven is kind of still getting up, and it hasn't registered that Draven's awake yet. And it lunges at you, and its little mouth claws come back out. Ooh, does a 21 hit you, Akmite?
Yes, it does.
All right. That's not the right dice. You take 4 points of damage. And one of its claws is, as it does this, one of its claws kind of lodges into your arm a little bit. And it is Draven, it's your turn. Your hair is just lightly on fire.
Okay. Not good, but I'm up. All right, I'm going to back up about 10 feet.
Backing away from this will provoke an attack of opportunity from it.
Okay. So I see the damage that fireball that came out of nowhere caused this thing, so I'm going to add insult to injury and cast firebolt at that alligator.
Akmite, right after this big fireball explosion, the gator come back up and attacks you, and now you watch as Draven summons another fireball.
Oh, goodness.
Go ahead and roll firebolt for me, Draven.
23.
23. Oh yeah, that hits. Roll damage. You rolled a 1. If it wasn't for that crit, that would be just
Critical!
Oh, lucky you, lucky you. That's 10.
The dice have finally forgiven me.
You do that, and you rip its stinger off the back. So now it's got 2 little claws left that it's using to move around, and its mouth claws. But most of its appendages have been blasted off at this point. Akmite, he didn't kill you this time. That's also your turn. And its gator still has one of its mouth claws lodged into your armpit.
Okay, I'm going to... I'm going to take out my long sword and try to just chop off its mouth claw. That's attacking me.
Okay.
Roll 12.
You go to hit this claw, and it is some thick glass. It is designed to stay in there because it just ping, and your sword bounces back off of this claw. And the gator
well,
is...
I was gonna say, yeah, that's it for my go.
Let me just roll for the gator, because his other mouth claw is now going to come in and attack you. Does a 20 hit? I asked knowing the answer.
Yes. Much this time.
Ooh, he got max damage on the first roll. And ooh. You take 12 points of damage. And it has now grappled you in its mouth.
Well, I am now I'm basically panting. This thing needs to die.
And you watch as you look down, and you can see there are very tiny little veins that you wouldn't be able to see if it wasn't holding you like this, that go through these claws up into its thing, and you see as this greenish purple liquid starts flowing through them towards where the claws are poking in you now. Draven? Your friend is being held about... Akhmite is now being held about 5 foot above the ground by this thing's claws.
I need to save him and put an end to this, but I don't think I can put an end to this at the moment. But my first priority is to save him. I need to put this thing to sleep and try to get him out of its maw.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast Sleep. Just as regular level 1 and see where that gets me.
Okay.
16.
This thing... You're not even sure this thing can go to sleep because you can't see its brain or anything. It's just a chunk of glass. However, as your spell goes off, its mouth claws retract, dropping Akhmite on the ground, and it lolls off to sleep just in the muddy area where this water and the earth meet, and it's just...
Woo! Akhmite, you all right there, buddy?
Question. Would I be asleep too?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, friendly fire is turned off for this one.
What am I gonna...
How you doing, Akhmite?
Not good.
The gator's not dead, just asleep, by the way.
Yeah, I just pretty much delayed. So, let me ask you now, do you need that potion that you gave me earlier?
No. I got one, and I
that's
up one of my other ones. And
Okay. Because I have 2 on me right now, just in case you needed one.
Alright. And a potion, like an average potion, is 2d4 plus 4, right? Like an average.
2d4 plus 2 is a normal potion.
Okay.
As you're both doing this, I need a perception check from both of you as you're getting up and healing. So as soon as you get done with your...
7 points, so... Oof. And a perception. Alright. 17.
Akhmite, you feel something kind of tug at your gold pouch. But when you turn, it's gone. However, all your gold is still there. However, Draven, you notice Akhmite check his gold, and when you do so, there is 100 gold missing from your pouch.
Hey! Who took that?
The chat did.
Shit.
The chat is enjoying you two tonight.
Whose idea were these? Was this?
It's okay. He gets some of your gold.
Somebody has robbed me. Akhmite, you still have your gold?
I believe so, yes. I have.
Son of a bitch! Have to find that later. All right. What about this alligator thing? I'll care about my gold later.
It's asleep.
Alright.
As I planned it.
I would suggest. Huh.
Shall we walk away?
I would suggest yes. We try to get a good distance away from it.
All right, you two dart away from the area, and you actually make it into the outskirts of the town. You see now there's people here. However, as one of them kind of turns its head, you can see half of its face is rotted off. You can see the skull underneath, and it's missing an arm. And it just kind of at you and kind of stumbles in your direction. And
Sir,
Celtics,
are you okay? Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
You have just watched as this creature that took you, and I need to flip back to its character sheet now. The creature that took you has come by, and it's roamed around. It brought in like this undead looking corpse and feasted on it and left again. And that was like maybe a minute, 2 minutes ago. And you feel as your petrification wears off, and you are now in your physical like body again.
Oh, thank God.
You are in
This.
now that you can look around, you're in a small hallway full of statues. On one end, there is what looks like some sort of like old archway entryway with these stone columns every about 10, 20 feet that leads out into like that slowly shrinks down on the other end to a small door. And the other way appears to be some sort of altar.
Okay. The inquisitive side of me wants to and investigate that carefully and stealthily, if possible.
You want to go and investigate the altar, you said?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Roll me stealth if you're trying to go quietly. Roll me stealth.
I am trying to go very quietly.
All right.
Good rolls. 13.
All right. Yep. You creep through there. You're quiet. You're able to stick to like the shadows cast by the statues and whatnot, and you're able to make your way into this altar room now. There's this one massive statue. It looks humanoid. In fact, it looks human, to be precise. It looks like a human woman, a very big human woman in robes. These like real thick covering robes, and she's standing there just with her arms splayed to the left and right, palms forward, looking down at what looks like used to be rows of chairs, but is now destroyed and dismantled wood with their torches burning in front of her.
Okay. Can I investigate the altar?
You can
This was
what was that?
just to like see what its purpose was, see if there's anything useful here.
Sure, go ahead and try and investigate.
I'm good.
There is you kind of cut out there. You cut out a little bit.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. There isn't much you can discern from this. You find a book written in a weird language that you've never seen before. You can't read it. It's just a book. This appears to have been, to your best you can figure out, some sort of area of worship. Like people probably came here to worship this woman, as best you can figure.
I take the book.
Okay, you pocket the book?
Yeah, I pocket the book.
All right, and you hear scratching, the sounds of that creature now. As you can turn around and look, and you see the pillar that it likes to come in and out of, now raising as it begins to crawl out. It has not seen you yet, however.
Okay, well, I quickly get into a hiding position.
All right, roll me another stealth check.
Okay.
as it wanders into the room with you. Oh,
Fuck. Fuck.
it didn't roll a 1. You go to hide and you trip and fall over one of these chairs and you hear the sound of wood snapping. And the
great.
creature turns its massive body that almost takes up this entire room height-wise, and it looks at you. And it roars, this deep, guttural roar, as it now charges at you. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dex. Good.
I can just picture the Metal Gear Solid. Wah! Someone sees you.
Almost a natural 20.
Almost. You roll as it brings its claws down, and you are now on the other side of it. It turns to face you, and you are now about 10 foot away from it. And the door is 200 foot the other direction behind you.
This was a bad idea. Okay. I would like to ready my sickle and dagger.
Okay.
Yeah. Or can I attack with it?
You could just straight up attack if you wanted, or you could ready him and wait and see what it does. Up to you.
I will wait and see what it does since just.
All right. It wanders forward towards you.
Okay.
At kind of a quick speed. It raises its foot to step on you.
Oh, okay. So I assume that's a dexterity saving dodge out of the way.
It would be, but it just rolled a 20.
Oh. So, shit.
This is gonna hurt.
Okay. Be gentle.
Ants meet boots.
Ooh. 7 is... Oh. Celtics.
Yeah.
How does 45 points of damage feel?
Oh my god.
I'm fucking dead. That's instant death. Isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's instant death.
What's your max HP?
27.
Let me math real quick.
Okay. 45
No,
damage, you said?
You're at negative 18. You're still alive. Barely.
Oh, fuck.
But you are still alive.
Okay.
And
so...
You're unconscious, but you're alive.
Okay. What do I do?
It picks you up, and it takes you over to what looks like a pile of other bodies and just drops you in. And you are currently unconscious in this pile of bodies. So I guess we'll have to see if these two can save you now before you get eaten.
Okay.
You are now a sex slave.
Son of a bitch.
You are now a
sex doll.
Did we hear that roar, by the way?
You heard a very faint roar. However, standing in front of you is an undead, shambling creature that's now kind of like wandering towards you. It's about...
You, sir, do not look well. How are you feeling? Not good. Not good. Huh. How can we help you?
Well, as you're talking to this thing, you hear that sound of giant wings again. That weird fluttering sound. And you hear voices as you look up, and there is what looks like a butterfly almost. But instead of a body, it's got 4 skulls. And instead of wings, it has what looks like an amalgamation of other creatures' body parts sewn together with thin flabs of flesh that it is using to fly. This thing has a wingspan of almost 25 foot. and it just flaps really fast, like a butterfly, fluttering its wings as it comes down, just cackling and laughing. And it doesn't see you as it just scoops down, flies down, scoops up one of these random creatures that you're seeing, and rips off its arm and flies away, now circling the village, looking for prey.
Whoa. Okay, I think we should hide. So, Celtics, do you think we should find some cover?
I'm unconscious in a ditch.
Oh, sorry, not Celtics. Agmite.
Also, how are you speaking to me?
Yeah, telepath or earrings. I don't know which.
Better question is, how am I answering you?
Oh, you didn't get that scrying orb I gave you earlier? Shh, the gods don't know. Akmite, I think we should hide out from this thing because that thing does not look pretty. I do not want to take that to the prom.
Fucking elf prom.
Can I see, can I observe this place to see if there might be any place for us to hide and maybe duck through?
Oh, there are buildings. It's a town, like a decent sized town. There are decrepit buildings kind of falling apart. They're all kind of dark inside with like little bits of torchlight, but they're there. There's a big, what looks like almost a church or a monastery up on this massive hill. Surrounding this is all these like scattered buildings, large buildings and some smaller ones. There's plenty of places you could just skip into a rotting building if you were trying to hide. Although you'll have to roll me a stealth check.
How far is that church away from us currently?
The church is literally in the center of the town, and to get to the base of the hill would be about 100 foot, and then the hill itself would be another 80 foot.
Okay. Well, we need to duck behind a building or something, get some cover, and get away from this thing, because I do not want my arms ripped off. So I'm going to roll stealth. See if I can duck behind a building or inside a room or something.
I'm gonna be rolling. Hold on. I was gonna cast something, but
should have said something.
It wouldn't have mattered because
it wouldn't have mattered.
Go ahead, roll your stealth, Akmite.
Your chainmail is clanking all the way down.
I'll have you know that this thing rolled a 3 per perception. Akmite.
So it's
Draven ducks into a building. He's just boing in this building. You go to run into the building, however, and your chainmail goes and it turns. Like it turns in the air and starts flooding towards you. And it's flying right at you. Roll me a wisdom saving throw as this thing flies at you.
Wisdom saving throw. 19.
You stare into this thing's eyes for a brief moment, and you can feel your body tries to lock up on you as some sort of magic comes over you, but you're able to shake it off. Go ahead and continue with what you were going to do.
I was going to try to see if there was any sort of cover or maybe are there any shambling corpses around me? Maybe I could
the town is full of them. There's dozens of them now that everything's started to happen and the sun's come out. There's dozens of it. And it looks like the whole village is just this undead amalgamation just wandering around at this point. And it's flying right at you, though.
I'm just going to try to get into cover anyways, just so I can not get attacked by it.
All right.
Is there anything I should roll?
Roll me either acrobatics or athletics to move yourself into some sort of covered position. You're gonna have to either run into the crowd and past all these creatures or into a building.
9 for athletics.
Oh. You make it under an awning and it crashes through the awning. It is now in front of you. about 10 foot in front of you because its wings are so massive that when it swipes them, it kind of pushes it back a little bit. So it's about 10 foot from you now, and you can hear each individual skull giggling and just going, food, 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 food.
Creepy.
I'd say
It
Well, there's-
stinks.
ugh. I kind of try to say there's better food out there, right behind you.
You hear it go, live food. Did that go through, or did my internet just get popped?
He said my something food.
That's all we heard.
It said live, like living
Ah,
food. As in, they're dead, you're alive. There's a difference. You're tastier. And it reaches, it kind of like goes vertical for a minute, and you see a solid spear of bone shoots out towards you. Does a 19 hit you?
It does.
Then you're going to take 12 points of damage.
I'm out.
Oh shit.
son of a bitch.
No one wants to run. Everybody's just like, fight this thing or stand here. Draven, Akhmite hits the ground with a spear of bone runs through it. It knocks him back in front of you, however. And this creature actually can't get through the door, so it's like sitting there clanging at the doorway now, just screaming, food, food, food. And it can't quite beat through the doorway, though.
Huh. Okay. Well, since it's talking about food and it can't go anywhere to me, the only thing I can do is hit with range attack from where I am. So through the door, I want to shoot a firebolt at it to see how it takes it.
Okay, go ahead.
Does a 10 hit?
No, it flaps its wings and your firebolt just goes out.
Ah, okay. Not much else I can do.
Ooh, that's a 2. Okay. So it's still shattering at the doors. It's like, and it starts going, your limbs are your life, your limbs are your life, as it starts bashing at the door.
I'm sorry, you didn't knock. Is it still my turn?
It's your turn. It's trying to bash through this door and just like chanting, limbs are life, limbs are life.
Yeah. All right. Well, if fire didn't work, let me try ice. See how you like being cold.
Okay.
Does an 11 work?
The ice touches it, surrounds it for a minute, and then just kind of fades. And it just keeps going. Like nothing happens.
You are a tricky fellow. Fine.
The voice of God reaches down from the sky and tells you that you should probably be running. The one thing no one has tried doing at this point. Just fucking running.
Is there a back door to this building I'm in?
There is a long hallway with another door at the other end. Yes.
Where's Akhmite?
Unconscious in front of you. Or beside
Is
you.
he in? He's in the building with me.
Yes, the spear kind of poked through him and kind of sent him flying. He's
Okay, thank
still
God. That's what I was
got the
worried
bone
about.
in his body.
I'm going to grab him by his shoulder armor and drag him through that hallway to get on the other side of the building.
Roll me strength real quick.
Oh fuck! Yeah, that's gonna work. 10.
Let me see how this goes. Actually, you're able to do it. You're able to barely. I rolled a 9.
Adrenaline. That's pure adrenaline.
You're
right
just
there.
like, fuck no, and you're just dragging him through this hallway. And as you start dragging him, you hear a creak. The floor falls out from under you, and you both tumble. And you land on top of a pit of bodies. On one side of you is Akmite's body with a spear in it. On the other side of you, you found Teltix,
Hey!
whose body
And what-
is crushed like a pancake.
Ugh! What happened
He's
to
not
you?
dead. You can hear him breathing, but he's clearly unconscious.
Her.
Sorry.
That's all right.
She is clearly unconscious, but she's like,
I poke her boob. You awake?
nothing happens.
Shit.
You are a very lone wizard with two very unconscious persons.
And I have no healing spells.
Did you have something else?
All right. I'm going to, I have 2 potions. Okay, I'm going to use one of my potions on Akmite because he can use cure or lay on hands or cure wounds on Teltix.
Okay.
So I put that bottle of potion down his gullet.
All right.
And let's see.
2d4 plus 2.
Seven. Does
Does
that help?
Akmite, does 7 points put you in the positive again?
Yep. Just
Okay. You wake up in what looks like some sort of weird fucking ritual room on top of a pile of fucking corpses.
All right, Akmite, don't freak out. Good news is
A bit too late for that.
we got away from that bone butterfly, and we found Teltix.
The
Bad news is we're on a pile of corpses, and you need to heal her right now because she not looking so hot. I even poked her boob. She didn't even say anything, so I'm gonna just chalk that up as a win. But you need to heal her right now.
I'm
damn it.
going to
Go on.
grab on to Celtic's arm and just lay in all of my lay on hands, which would be 15.
Her body starts reinflating. However, you hear the bones snapping back into place. You see some of the wounds heal up. She's still unconscious.
Okay.
I think you're getting somewhere, but that's not pretty. I think we need to do something else.
Then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds again. 13.
Celtics. You're at 10 HP total, and you wake up.
Ah! Oh, fucking shit. What the hell?
How you doing, darling?
I slap Draven.
What's that for?
Roll
For
me
my
a
boob.
d4. Roll me a d4 real quick.
Okay.
Who, me?
No, Celtics.
That's a D20, son of a bitch.
You
3.
take 4 points of damage as she slaps you.
Ah! What was that for?
That was from a tit.
You were unconscious.
We always know.
You've got a
Rude.
bruise, a red bruise that is now swelling on the side of your face in the shape of her hand.
That is so disrespectful.
I'm pretty sure you're the asshole in this situation, Draven. Oh.
Oh, shit.
You hear...
I was only
between-
checking to
And as
see
they're
if you were
doing
awake.
I'm gonna pop my last 2 health potions and just drink them.
Well,
Do I have any health potions?
I don't know, do you?
I don't know. I might have gotten one. I might have put one.
I'll say you have
Right.
one. I'll say you have one.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
we didn't...
Uh,
I don't remember.
Didn't they... Wait. I gotta... What's the Explorer's Kit having it? Because I remember
Yeah.
she taking the Explorer's Kit from Kelki.
I don't know if her Explorer's Pack would have that.
No, I don't think so either. I'm just gonna go look at it.
Now, I'm going to check it real quick. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Yeah, no, it's got a bed pack, a bed roll, backpack, mess kit, tinderbox, torches, ration, water, and rope.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, really good if you're exploring a cave. Not so much if you've been stepped on by a giant.
Yeah, so
No,
I'm
no.
just gonna roll.
Is that what that was? Was that a giant?
It
Because that's the scariest fucking giant I've ever seen.
is of the size of a giant. However,
Okay.
you don't know if it was actually a giant. It was just as big as a giant.
Okay. Well, I would like to use that health potion because I am in dire straits.
All right.
What would that be to roll?
Well, a health potion is 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
I was rolling for mine.
4
Actually, I just
plus
did one, but I
2.
just doubled that if it's okay with you.
If you rolling twice.
7.
Yeah.
All right.
I get 7 points back.
All right. And I am going to drop into Discord what this creature looks like for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Just so you can get an idea. But-
Okay. I have a pretty good idea in my head of what it looks like.
Ugh.
That's almost verbatim what I thought it looked like.
So, Teltix, you remember seeing that creature step on you, and then you woke up on a pile of bodies with these two and slapped Draven because he's an asshole.
Draven, there's a really fucking terrifying creature in here. We need to get out.
As
like
you say that,
yesterday.
you hear a click. The click of its claws on stone.
Speak of the devil.
You can tell it's just around the corner down the hall where all the statues are.
All right. Well, you've been in here for a while. Do you know a way out of here?
There was the door. There was that singular door that's in the direction it's coming from.
Yeah, there was a door where it's coming from.
Well,
Yeah.
And so
maybe if we play possum, it will go away.
I'm gonna cast.
Hmm.
Where did I put it?
I actually like that idea.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. So you pass cast without trace, and then the three of you are going to try and play dead, basically, for a minute?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
As much as I hate the idea, I would like to try to burrow underneath the pile of corpses.
All right. You can roll me stealth then. The other two of you, unless you want to get in the bodies, are going to roll me performance checks if you want to play dead.
No, I'm gonna either get in the bodies or try to hide, and which would probably be in the bodies. Yeah, so I'll stealth.
I'll have to do the same thing.
All right. So if you're trying to hide in the bodies, roll me stealth. Oh, shit.
Not so much for me.
Wait,
What?
22.
Wait, hold on. Let me check Pass Without a Trace for a second here.
I am a shadow corpse.
Well, I guess to me, these
Plus
pallid bodies
10
are too
to
thick
stealth
to...
Plus 10. Okay, so all of you, you're at 13, 20, and 32. Teltix is literally at the bottom of the pile of bodies. She is just burrowed. And now she's just at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, I'm a 7'11". There's not enough room for Draven.
Okay, fuck.
Oh.
Can I roll performance then?
You're it's too late now. You with Pass Without Trace on, you're all at a
Yeah,
you're all without you're at minimum at a 13.
Yep.
I have made a fort of corpses.
It rolled a 12. It walks up to
Look
the
at
pile of body, reaches a massive clawed hand down, and you see it just skewers 3 of the other bodies with its hand, picks it up, bites one off of its finger, and walks back down the hallway where the door is.
Okay.
That was close. All right. Well, he's gone for now. The only way out of here is that door, so...
I burst out of the corpses spectacularly.
It does not hear you.
Good.
A little more quieter, please. We need to be stealthy.
The DM recalls telling you all that this would be a horror segment, yet no one has treated this like a horror game.
I am thoroughly horrified, if that helps.
I'm glad.
I do not want to be here anymore.
I'm thrilled with adventure. I'm as giddy and happy as ever, so I'm just trying to mosey right along.
You've neither been skewered through the stomach or stomped flat either, though.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
I want to try to get out of here and get back.
On a good note, Teltix, you're not stone anymore. That's good. I give her a thumbs up?
Yes. How's that bruise?
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, okay.
No. I mean, it hurts. It hurt. It hurts so bad. Oh my god. Please.
Roll performance.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Roll performance.
Roll for sarcasm.
I actually want to try to roll inside this. Anyway. Yeah, no, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's go.
Do you? How about are we going about getting out of here?
I fell in through a hole in the ceiling.
Oh yeah, it's about 100 foot up.
Oh, 100. Damn it. Okay, so
if the bodies hadn't been there, it probably would have killed you.
Okay, so thank God for the pile of corpses.
But
I would like to investigate the immediate area.
Roll investigation.
That is a 16. With expertise, wouldn't that be advantage?
Not in this case, no.
Okay, so yeah, 16.
You're in some sort of worship hall, some sort of ritual room. There's broken shit, a pile of corpses, giant statue of a lady, and that's about it.
So it's just there's no way out. Is what you're saying.
You can go up the hole. If you could find a way up, there is the hole you came out of, and you can see the door all the way at the other end of the hall where you have a brief moment of watching this creature lift a massive stone pillar and crawl under.
Okay. Hang on. I have an explorer's kit, don't I? Yeah. I remember getting one of those. Nope, never mind. I was gonna say maybe I have a... Does anyone have a grappling?
I have a rope.
So do I, but...
But you lack a way of getting it up there.
Teltix, I like where you're going, but it looks to be that our only choice is through the door.
Right, but we can't... The door was up there, wasn't it?
No, it's down the hall.
The door's down the hall. The door's down the hall, then there's the hole above you. But there is a hallway you can go down there. The creature is down the hallway.
Ah, okay. Well, then I guess we're gonna go that way. Great.
So...
But let's try to do this stealthily.
Yeah, we need... As soon as we get to the door, one of us just needs to peek through, like, open the door just so slightly, and peer through to see if the coast is clear.
Alright.
So, who wants to go first? 1, 2, 3, not it!
not it.
Not it. Shit.
Ah!
I just woke up.
Well, technically, yes, you did.
Yeah.
Well, I pat her on the back. Go for it!
Alright, I crack the door open slightly and pierce.
You gotta get down the hallway first.
Oh, well, I'm going down the hallway, obviously. I thought we established that.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that was the thing, because if you're just walking down the hallway, the creature is able to hear you, and you watch as it starts lifting the statue back up, because it hears noise in its domain. So it is now starting to crawl out of its hole as it hears your footsteps.
Okay, I thought that the creature was on the other side of at the end of the...
It walked to where the doorway was, but there's a large room in there full of pillars that it, like, crawls under the pillars just before the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was just a regular hallway. My bad.
Whoops.
My bad.
All right.
I did a poor job describing this place.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got about 60-foot worth of hallway that is lined with statues on both sides, and then you've got another 140 foot of hallway that is like these stone pillars holding up this massive room that seems like some sort of entryway, and then the door.
Okay, so I would like to duck and weave by the statues to try to hide from sight.
Roll me stealth to see if you can hide from this thing real quick, as it's ooh.
Come on, good roll, good roll.
Ooh. Let's go with bad roll on his part, right? That is a 9. He does not see you.
Ooh.
So he's looking around, and you're just like behind this statue. You're not very well behind the statue, but it's not looking at you either. It's like looking up, and it starts walking towards the room with the bodies now.
Okay.
So it is walking towards all of you at this point.
All right, can I follow suit and try to duck behind a pillar so it doesn't see me?
Yeah, go for it.
I think we'd all try to roll stealth to...
10. Come on, 9. Come on, 9.
Come on, 9.
I like how you both rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I just...
Oh.
You.
Axmite, no.
it doesn't see you.
Whoa!
It rolled a 1.
It fucking...
I'll take it.
It walks past all of you, and it's checking the room. You're all like hidden down the statue hallway now. You've still got, I'll say you're at the end of the statue hallway before it turns around. So now you've got 140 foot of this like room with these massive pillars in it. As it like turns around, and it's just like picking more bodies off its fingers, and it just starts walking. So how are we going to get through this hallway?
Can I make like some kind of nature check? This creature is very intelligent.
If we were next to each other, everything would have been at, still at 10, because my thing goes for like an hour. So unless
he still hasn't seen you, then regardless.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Yeah, if you're all clumped together, you're at a +10 as long as you all stay together.
Okay.
I would like to roll like a nature check to see if this creature is very.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You don't know what this creature is. You no fucking clue. But you can see by the way it's kind of manipulating things, by the way it stops for a minute and like checks a statue to make sure it's in the right place, because it's still looking for what it heard.
Okay.
While it's eating, so you can tell it's not stupid. It might not be a genius, but it's not stupid.
Okay. Damn. Because I was going to like run a side of the adjacent pillars with some rope and try to pull it taut so that when it walks past again it would trip. But it seems like it might be too smart for that.
No, our best bet is to just try to sneak out of here the best we can.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
So, is it possible for us to? Is it possible for us to keep sneaking through the pillars, try to get to the door?
You could attempt to, yes.
What do y'all think? I think we should try weaving with the pillars like Celtic suggested and get our asses out of here.
Yep.
All right.
roll me your stealth checks.
Okay.
19.
I think that
Yeah,
that's just a
20.
9.
Well, yeah, but I still get my pass without
Oh,
trace.
plus 10.
Yeah. So it's always plus 10 right now. So not
I
20.
am the stealthiest little shit in the world.
Big
Alright.
shit, because you're like 7 something.
All right. You all are sneaking down the hallway. It does not see you. You're just like casually creeping. You make it 30 foot down in this one stealth, and it's almost out of the statue hallway. It has about it moves about 40 foot down the hallway in the time it takes you to do this. You're gonna have to roll me a couple more stealth checks if you want to continue making it out of here. Just one at a time, so we can check it each time you move.
All right.
Okay.
I'll go first, seeing as I seem to be the stealthiest one here.
All right.
All right. My turn.
That
Still 18. Still 18.
Nat
one?
Nat one.
Ha
It walks into a pillar because it's like licking its finger and it's like ding.
Intelligent, my ass.
It's just not very perceptive. It's distracted by the food. You would be too.
All right. So next set of checks.
The rogue first.
11.
That's
All right.
21. Nice.
Draven's getting the hand. Oh, Ack might
13.
not get the hand of the stealth thing, can he?
He's covered in fucking heavy armor.
Chainmail.
He's
So.
still pretty loud and clanky.
That's a 17.
Hmm.
Abandon Akmite.
Damn it, Akmite. You and that stupid armor.
You two make it, but it hears Akmite's armor and it turns, roars, and begins to run at you three.
Oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck.
Because once it spots Akmite, since you all three have to be close together in order to keep Pass Without Trace going, it just turns. And
Where
now
is Akmite?
Akmite makes it to you guys. You're about
Okay.
90 foot from the door at this point, and it's about 80 foot behind you.
Okay, would you say that Akmite is between
Is what?
Between
like
and
yeah, like would he be in between two, like halfway between one pillar to the next?
No. He's pretty close to your pillar when this thing sees him.
Damn it.
I
toss Akmite the one length of my rope, say hold on to it, cross to the other pillar,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to trip the monster.
Let me see if he sees that. He doesn't see shit. He's focused on food. That's another nat one. All right, he runs and he trips. You managed to
Okay.
trip him. Let's
I turn to everyone and yell, "Run!"
let's see if he is. Let's roll him a dexterity saving throw real quick as he trips. He catches the wall with one hand. So he doesn't fall all the way over. However, he is taking a moment to have to right himself back up as he's stumbling
Okay.
around. So you
There's a door. Let's go through it.
All right, you three. I'm guessing you take you just took an action to do that, so you're gonna have to take a standard movement this turn. So you only make it about 30 more foot. You're about
Okay.
60 foot, and he catches himself and runs up on you. He is 10 foot away from you. You can feel his breath. Keep running, or are you guys gonna be idiots?
keep running.
Keep running.
Keep running.
Obviously.
All right,
Because
you
so
three
hard.
sprint, and you're able to make it to the door as he runs into it. And I mean, like, his hand comes through it. Who is last out the door?
Did
Akmite.
we roll initiative?
Yeah, we never rolled initiative, and we just told you that Celtics was the first one to the door.
I'm going to go with the order you three were stealthing in then.
Okay.
Yeah,
So Akmite, you're in the back.
Yep.
Does a 14 hit you?
No, it does not.
All right, he reaches his hand through. You see his claws close up right in front of you as he can't quite reach through the door. However, he begins to bang on the wall for a little bit.
I would suggest we keep going.
Would
I don't
you
think that
suppose that wall will hold him?
No, a large chunk of stone begins to fall off the wall as
Okay,
his fist
yeah.
breaks a hole in it.
Yeah,
We
let's
gotta go.
just-
We
yeah,
gotta go now.
Yeah,
Okay.
leave.
What does this place look like as
You
we're
are
trying
in
to
a
get
very narrow hallway. It's tall enough and it's big enough for him to like squeeze through to chase you.
Mm-hmm.
But there is nowhere to go. It is a straight fucking hallway. You can see there's a window to your left that leads off the side that leads to like a ditch. But outside, flying around the outside of this thing is that
Mhm.
big ass fucking skull thing with the wings.
Yeah,
the big
let's
ass.
not go that way. Let's
shit.
just keep running, keep running, keep running, keep
And
running.
I'd rather deal with that thing than this thing.
No, you do not. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Run. We're running.
Akmite is terrified of this thing now.
Abscond.
You get about 60 foot down the hallway, and the giant creature behind you smashes the wall down. Its forearms now extended outwards, its claws poised, and it begins to charge at you.
Okay, as I'm running down the hallway, I take a handful of bearing them behind us.
All right, you just
Just like 100.
you just pour out some of your bearings and you run around. All right. He's going to run over them. You guys make a because you stop for a minute to do. Well, you don't stop. You keep running to do that. So never mind. I'll let you take the full 60 for that.
Okay.
Let me roll a dexterity saving throw for him. What's the DC for ball bearings?
Fuck if I know. Give me a second. Ball bearing. Do-do-do.
It's 10.
Yeah. So, yeah.
He steps on these and he slides like a rollerblader and then falls on his back. And he is now prone behind you, trying to get himself up as you can.
Okay.
Just keep running.
Let's count our blessings and run.
Yes, we need to go now. I want to cast sleep. I don't think it'll work.
You break through the
Nah.
door at the other end. It's kind of shield shut, so you're gonna have to roll me a strength check, Celtics, to break through it before everybody else kind of catches up.
All right. Strength check. Strength is probably my least good.
You are
That.
full adrenaline. I need to get out of here, and you smash through this wooden door. It's kind of in shambles anyway. You just smash
Tiefling
through it.
rage.
It splinters and explodes.
Yeah, and you bust through it and start rolling down the stairs. Roll me a dexterity saving throw not to fall down these stairs that you found on the other end of this door.
All of us?
No, just him. Just her.
Oof.
I rolled lower than that, so you make it. You're just like shit. Grabs the guardrail, kind of stumbles a little bit. Okay, the rail crumbles, but you're stable. So you all
Cool.
run out this door, and now there's just a staircase, and the creature kind of runs in. This wall, on the other hand, is much sturdier. As it pounds at it, it can't quite break it. So you are safe for the moment. It can't reach you through with either of any of its hands, and it's kind of just pounding, screaming at this wall now.
Okay. You said there was a guardrail?
There was, and then when you caught yourself on it, it kind of collapsed.
Damn it. I was going to say maybe I could slide down it gracefully.
And you can see there's 4 windows up at the top. You look like you're this looks like it's a tower of some sort because the room goes up a little further, and there's these 4 windows, and you can see the other creatures beating itself against these windows, trying to get in as well. It's able to shatter one, but it can't get through it.
Well, I speak for everyone when I say that we run the opposite direction that creature is in.
So we go down.
Yep. Yup. How far down are these stairs?
You can't see the bottom.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say jump, but never mind. No.
No.
How about
unless
no?
we had, some type of feather falling, but nope.
I do.
Yeah, for you, but not for the rest of us.
I think
I don't-
that
I don't feel like splitting the party in this hellhole.
Yeah, let's not risk it.
It takes
Alright.
you
Onward.
2.5. It takes you 2.5 hours to climb down the stairs, all the
Well,
way.
my pass by that trace is gone. So
You get to the bottom and you're tired. You can see these undead creatures are just out, and you're actually in a courtyard now that you've somehow ended up in. You can actually look and you can see the way everything's kind of laid out. The building you were just in looks like it's actually like built into the wall here, with then the pathway leading out, so you can see the building you fell from up above it, actually. For Akmite and Draven, you can actually see up even further on the hill is that building, and it looks like it's just built over this other building that you would have then ran through this platform and down this tower. You are in the center of town now.
So we're next to the church,
You are at the base of the hill of the church, yeah.
and that's where we just came from.
You didn't come from the church. You came from another area that's very church-like.
Gotcha. Well, Akmite, we came down here just for Celtics, so I don't see the need for us to be here any longer.
yeah, but
Question: why are we here in the?
We're on our way back to town, and some stupid
Some shit happened.
wind that had some gobbledygook in it was supposed to save us. You and I got tumbled down the hill.
Okay.
I kind of fell off the wagon.
Yep.
And now Draven is...
Break on, dumbass.
You're just like...
It is. We need to get out of here.
Yep.
Yep. But
All right. Yeah, the
Is-
exit to the town where you came through
Go
the
ahead.
woods is right there. It's just, a little ways through this crowd of undead creatures that aren't even paying you any attention.
Okay. Well, I equip my 2 sickles and begin hacking my way through zombies to get to the place.
Roll me athletics real quick.
Athletics. Do. Not my best, but not terrible. 20.
You are just like carving through these creatures. Their bodies are just like rotting. And so they just like,
awesome.
you just carve through this loose flesh. What are the other two doing?
Following suit.
yeah, basically keeping my shield up and bash any and
You make it towards up because it's a bit of a slope. And you make it up back towards where you all started, and you hear the ground shatter behind you. And coming out of the ground is that creature again. Its
Ah,
four
shit.
arms
Fucking hell.
covered in dirt as it claws its way up and out, like it's burrowed its way here, and it pulls itself up, standing. I need to check its height again. Yeah, standing a good 16 foot easily. As it hovers over you, maybe 10 foot behind you, and then you hear the noise, that shrieking, that giggling as the giant undead butterfly-looking thing flutters around the buildings and is now hovering on the other side of you in front of the woods.
Do we ever get an image for that butterfly thing?
I will get one for you, yes.
Okay.
I will drop
Well-
some image for it. and they are yelling at each other. Actually, because the creature starts, the Flutterflesh goes, food, 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 and the other creature, mine. There's a real deep voice, like, mine. And they actually begin to fight. The creatures being going at each other.
Okay.
I motioned the other two. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, let's fucking leave while they're fighting each other.
The there's your picture of this creature, by the way.
Ooh, that's cool. I like that.
The flying, this giant 25-foot wingspan creature, it's slashes with the ends of its wings at the other creature and like nicks off a hand that kind of like shrivels up, and the other creature, because now the DM has to look at both their character sheets at once. The other creature like tries to grab it by the smaller part of its body and starts crushing it, and they're just going at it. You get like a Clash of the Titans feel, and not the football movie either.
No.
As you two
Release the Kraken.
don't want me to do that. As the three of you run back through the woods, and as you do, you hear the sounds of a hook.
What does a hook sound like?
Dragging across, like almost like one of your sickles more than anything, dragging across the dirt. And as you enter the woods, you hear like the sound of sickle meeting wood and an odd cawing noise. A deep, not like a raven, but like a very just twisted, almost bird-like sound.
I would like to roll a perception.
Go ahead.
It is in.
I will help.
That's in the other book, isn't it?
I don't need your help. That's a modified 21.
I got the modified 21, thank you.
Oh. What the hell did I get?
A 16.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me while I open my other book. There we go. I had this bookmarked and everything. All right. You both notice, Teltix, you notice there are shards of glass. Like something has been, like somebody took a glass statue and just shattered it everywhere. Draven, you notice the same thing, except for you know what that glass come from.
Oh, no.
It looks like something took that little glass gator thing you fought and shattered it. And
I pick up a piece of the glass.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, there you go.
What was that?
Yeah.
I said I pick up one of the pieces of glass.
It's glass.
Obviously. I was being coy about the glass skater.
It was just a pile of glass? Like it's just shattered?
Yeah, it's just everywhere.
Okay.
And you can still hear in the distance the sound of just like some sort of hook or scythe hitting wood, getting louder.
Mm.
Oh no.
That does not sound friendly.
I don't think any of the things that to. So
it's a matter of perspective.
Yeah, I suppose. To be fair, they didn't seem very friendly. So, no matter where you are, perspective-wise, nothing is friendly here. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll something real quick. Roll me perception.
This be passive perception? Just regular ass perception.
You can. Well, if you think your passive perception is good enough for this, you may.
It's 15.
All right. And Akmite,
What?
do you want to
Oh.
use your passive perception or your or roll?
No, well,
Modified 22.
yeah, and I got an 8.
All of you notice in the trees above you is a massive, standing about 8 foot tall, almost looks like a bird, except for instead of hands or wings, it has massive hooks where its arms would be.
Out of character, I'm getting a real Dark Souls vibe from all of this.
Right?
And
Yeah.
it sees that you see it, and it hops down in front of you screaming. Roll initiative.
Oh, Lord.
Yay.
11.
No,
20.
Celtics, roll me
Yes.
dexterity real quick, because you just tied with it. Works.
12.
You will go before it.
Awesome. Alright, so...
Raven got. Hold on a second. I'm putting everything into a thing for myself. And that's a 9.
So
Okay.
these hooks, are they made of metal?
No, they look to be made of bone.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll bet you that my metal sickles are better than bone hooks. So I would like to slash at wherever the bone meets the flesh.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Try to sever one of them. So roll the hit. 6.
Yeah, nope, that doesn't hit. You go to slash, but it just like lifts its arm up and you slash underneath of it. And
Shit.
it brings that same hook back down on you.
Oh, yay.
Does an 18 hit.
Yep, by 4.
You take 9 points of damage.
Oof.
And then it brings its other hook in because it has multi-attack.
Oh, no, 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 no.
And
17
that's a
minus
nat 1.
9 equals 8. I am at 8 points.
And I'm going to roll severity on this thing. That is a 99. It is fine. It just misses. For severity, a 1 on the severity dice is bad, and a 100 is good. So a 99 is like, it just misses.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Draven?
Okay.
All right, so I'm already creeped out by all this stuff that's going on. I'm going to. Something I can really do. Tired of all this crap going on. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Does a four hit?
That's a natural 1, my friend.
But does it hit though?
No.
No.
It's a matter of perspective.
It's going to hit something, all right?
If a 6 doesn't hit it, a 4 isn't good.
Shut up.
Roll me damage on that.
All right. 7.
Celtics?
Yeah?
Draven hit something, all right. It was you.
On
She
the
has
bright
resistance
side.
She has resistance to fire.
Exactly. I have resistant fire.
The 1
So-
on my D100 says that hit. But you do only take half damage, so
Okay,
That's
so
3.
that would be like
3.
3 points of damage. I yell back at him in infernal asshole.
As my movement, I step away.
You're like, oh shit. Akmite?
Okay, I'm going to run up to this thing and attack with my longsword.
All right.
15.
That hits. Roll damage.
10.
All right, you cleave through a decent chunk of its odd, actually very muscular chest, and it squawks at you. Teltix, what's our girl doing? She just got a hook to the back, and then probably just had it cauterized too.
Can I take a disengage action? Because I have.
Yeah, you can if you want to take your action to disengage. Yeah, that's fine.
I would love to do that. Let's do that.
All right, yeah, you disengage. You just take your full movement away from it.
Yep.
Do you move back towards Draven, or do you move the other way?
I move back towards Akma.
It'd be Draven. Draven wouldn't be away because I'm right next to you.
Yeah, Akmite's
Does
right
Draven have any healing spell?
I do not.
Okay, then well, you know what? I'll just go just in the opposite of wherever the creature is.
All right. So
If I ever have the opportunity to level up, maybe I will.
Maybe hiding behind a tree if possible.
all right. Roll me stealth real quick to see if you can get behind a tree. Actually. It does not notice you. It's more focused on Akmite now. So you are now.
I love rogues.
You are now behind a tree.
Okay. Okay.
And the horror is going to attack Akmite because you're in front of it.
Yep.
Does a I'm gonna guess a 12 does not hit you.
It does not.
All right. So you block it with your shield on the first one. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
I'm sorry, wait.
block
Yeah,
that-
it's 21.
As I block that one, the other one comes and hits me.
For 9 points of damage as well.
Okay.
And we are up to Draven.
Well, the only thing I can really do is just attack it again. So instead of getting my Scorching Ray, so I'll just use regular Firebolt at it. 10.
You miss terribly. It just kind of like flies past it and lands in the grass behind it.
It's too agile.
It literally
It's standing
didn't even
right in
move.
front of me.
Akmite.
Okay. And I'm just going to go. I'm going to keep swinging.
Okay. Whoop.
I'm just
Nine.
looking.
That misses terribly. You go to swing and it just like leans its head back and you just swipe and your swipe mixes. Teltix?
Give me a second. I would like to use thaumaturgy to create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of my choice with range, such as the rumble of thunder or the cry of a raven or ominous whispers.
Okay.
I would like to create a similar noise to what this creature is making. And I would like to cast it behind him, just to see if I can get it to turn around real quick and give them a chance to get a good hit in.
Roll me deception real quick. Just to give this thing something to counter that with.
Okay.
You make the noise, it goes off. Let's just see how. Oh.
Ooh, natural 20.
And he didn't get a natural 20, so yeah, he like stops and turns his head.
Yeah, I create the mating call of the horde.
It kind of like turns around. Akmite, you and Draven, and basically if you're behind it, you'll get advantage on the next round of combat.
Okay.
Okay. I guess back up to me, right?
That was Teltix. The horror is distracted. So yeah, Draven.
Okay. I have a funny.
Hope do share.
All right, since this is distracted, I'm gonna use a level 2 slot to put it to sleep.
Go for it. It does not fall asleep.
Oh, damn it.
Nowhere
A
near.
third-
Its
A
eyes.
32. Oh
its
my god!
eyes don't even get weak. It just just nothing. No effect at all.
Well, that's not good. It doesn't go to sleep.
Ackmite,
Alright.
you have
Yeah,
advantage.
Yeah. Gonna swing.
23. That hits.
23.
Roll me damage.
Alright. 10.
Nice. All right. Teltix, this thing is distracted. You have distracted it very efficiently.
I take both of my daggers and I at the creature. Try to stick it into its back.
Okay.
Okay, so let's roll the hit. Do. It's a
You have
14
advantage on that.
or-
You have advantage, so it hits. Go ahead and roll
Cool.
damage. You're throwing both daggers?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, roll damage twice then for me.
Okay.
4 and
4.
another 10 total.
Nice.
All right, it is bleeding pretty profusely. It's got 2 daggers sticking out of its back. It's got a nice gash up its back and one in the chest. And it turns back around. Your time with that advantage is over.
Okay.
And it draws down its hook. Ackmite, does an 18 hit you?
Just barely.
All right. Shit. Hold on. Drop my dice. And I mean, they went fucking flying.
Oof.
There we go. That's 10 points of damage to you, Ackmite.
And I've been knocked unconscious.
It's not going to stop swinging at you, though.
Yep.
And now you're unconscious, so it hits regardless. So roll me a death saving throw, as it's now attempting to kill you outright.
Alright. So that's just a straight D20.
Where it says death save on your character sheet, just click that.
Alright. 2.
All right,
Man,
you've gained
this
you've 1 point towards dying.
Yeah. Alright.
Teltix Ackmite is on the ground with a hook in his back, and this thing is trying to cut his head off.
I would like to run after it and try to grab a hold of the 2 daggers that I stuck into
Wouldn't
its
it have
back.
been Draven, though?
Yeah, sorry, it is.
Oh,
Draven's
okay.
turn,
Well,
sorry.
It is my
Okay.
turn. Okay. Well, I'm hitting the sucker. I'm going to use magic missile, and I'm going to hit the sucker and do some damage while
Roll
it's
magic
distracted.
All right, that's what that happens like what 3 times?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so that's 33 points of damage. So it goes down to. All right, your missiles blast it in all its old wounds, and now you can actually see like bone protruding, and wherever your missile hit, there's now just bone protruding. It's alive, but it is gasping for breath. And it is bleeding, and you can just you can see one of its ribs is clearly visible and shattered.
Nice.
Ackmite, I need another death saving throw,
Okay.
since this thing is actively trying to kill you.
10.
That's your first pass. All right, Teltix,
Do exactly what I just said I was going
run
to
up
after
to grab the
it.
dagger.
Try to grab the daggers. Then I'm going to use shocking grasp to use those daggers as like a lightning rod to shock it.
Roll me to hit with shocking grasp.
Since it's distracted by trying to kill him, could he get advantage?
Nope,
Oh,
it
never
doesn't.
mind. Never mind.
20.
You grab those daggers in its back. You're like, you
Mhm.
literally have to jump on this thing to grab them. So you're essentially, you've just mounted this thing by your daggers. Roll me damage.
8 lightning damage.
You send a charge through this creature, and you can smell the smell of like roasted flesh. Draven, you're watching, you actually see the lightning going through its body, jump between its ribs where you can see them in the front, and it drops dead, landing
Nice.
right beside Akmite.
Fuck yeah!
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I kick its head.
Its head rolls the other way.
Celtics, do you have a potion or anything to give to Akmite?
I used my last one to try to save myself from death.
Shit.
Plus, also, I am at 4 hit points. So, you know, I'm not doing so good myself.
I'm okay, but I used my last one earlier too, so.
Oh, didn't you have to? I gave you one,
And I shot it down your gullet,
And
Can-
then you also had an extra one because you said.
and I used it earlier
Oh fuck!
because I was at 3.
Stabilize me if you can.
Yeah, can I roll medicine just to...
Just to try and patch him up triage style?
Yeah,
Yeah, go for it.
yeah.
No. You go up and you're just like, I don't fucking know.
I gently slap the...
I'm gonna
Get out,
shove
you're
him
fine.
aside. I'm gonna shove him aside because I'm proficient in medicine, so I'm gonna help.
You shove her aside and you're like, no, wait, I know what I'm doing. Go for it. You know better. And then you're like, yeah, I know what I'm doing.
You
And
slap his head slightly harder than I did.
then, and you're just like,
Get up,
whack.
you're fine.
You think that did it? You all right, dude?
You hear it in your voice.
Akmite, roll me a death saving throw.
Shit.
Oh no!
18.
Woo! All right.
All right, Akmite's not dead, and we'll stop with the death saving throws there. You're not stable by any means, but you're not dying actively either. You're just like unconscious as hell.
Okay.
Alright, well, how heavy is he, would you say?
I don't know. How much stuff are you carrying, Akmite?
I've got roughly 100 pounds
Mm,
on me. Oh, I got like 96 pounds on me, and
Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to
What is your?
hand...
Did you ever give yourself a weight? Did you ever give Akmite a weight? Like just as a being, like his just general body weight.
roughly around 200 pounds.
So if you want to carry him, it's going to be about 290 pounds. If you can both roll me a strength check to try and carry him if that's what
Yeah.
you're trying for.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna try and carry him somewhere safe so we can get in a long rest.
Okay.
18.
4.
Celtics, you are beat up. There's holes in your back. You were a pancake earlier. Your muscles and your bones haven't really had time to rest. You just can't pick up Akmite. Draven, on the other hand, is in a rush. Like, all of this has been a huge rush, and you're just like, okay, got him. Okay. It is heavy. You are at half movement speed, but you can move.
That's fine. That's whatever it takes for us to get out of here.
And I'm guessing you guys make your way back out of the woods, up away from the town.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And as you go up, the mist and the fog thickens back up. And as you make it back up to the top of the road, and out of the fog, it disappears. There is no canyon anywhere near you. There's no
What?
river. There is no village. It's gone. You're just in the middle of a field somewhere.
I swear there was something here a minute ago. We were just there.
I shush him, just like fucking don't argue.
Okay, whatever. Let's go.
Let's just be happy we made it out of fucking
You would hear a
silent.
whisper through Akamite's body. I'm gonna pretend this is my. We gods are fickle beings in love. Horror.
The gods are dicks.
QG appears before you, and so does Teresa, the snake god guy.
Oh,
and
yay!
A lightning bolt strikes, and Teresa's in front of you as well.
Oh, hello.
And they both.
How are you?
They look at you all.
We are having one hell of a day. How can we help you?
Where did you go just now? You disappeared. Even I couldn't see you. And that's Teresa in her blind self pointing at herself. Even I couldn't see you, and I see everything.
Well, after
we were in Silent Hill, I guess.
All right. Well, hang on, Telzix. Let me explain it. I'm kind of coherent right now.
Okay.
You've also got a paladin in full armor on your back.
Let's just say I just set him down because they're there in front of us. So I'm gonna go. Okay, hold on. All right. So the fire that was in that graveyard, it's gone. It was a fire elemental that refused to leave, but it wanted us to hug ourselves. It produced a mirror image of us of fire, so we gave it a hug, and it vamoosed. Cool.
It thinks this guy's name is Dumbass.
It is dumbass.
I'm talking right now.
Right?
Thank you, Teltix.
Draven's having a bad day. Teltix is having a worse day, but Draven's having a bad day.
We ended up going down a canyon, which we found a rows of statues that had a lot of veins in them that looked like they appeared to be alive, but like they were just turned to stone.
And QG stops you like, we know all of this. Where did you go?
Okay.
You
After
ran
that,
from the wind that was killing everything.
Yeah. We ran from the wind, which, by the way, was the nastiest wind I've ever known. There was like black ichor that was on it. It was weird. But anyways, we had Teltix in the back of a wagon. Akamite was pulling us, and we appeared to be in front of a canyon where all this black mist was, and the only way possible we can go was down this little incline. Well, all the bumping, I kind of fell off and tumbled down the hill, and so did Teltix as a statue. And that led to us being down in this cavernous place that had all sorts of demonic, weird Frankenstein creatures I don't really want to go into. Frankly, we're alive, barely. He needs help, though. And
I light up a cigarette. It's been a really shitty day.
Long story short, we're alive, barely. He needs help.
Now alive.
QG walks over to Akamite and kicks him gently.
I said help him, not kick him.
Akamite, you get, as he kicks you, there's a brief glow as you feel his like snake-like toenail puncture your chest, and you regain 12 points of health.
Okay. Oh, what?
Hey, welcome back to the party.
Hey, dude.
What happened to the creature? Is it dead?
Fried it.
Yep.
Oh,
I skewered it with missiles, and Teltix shocked it to death.
It was so cool.
And then we got out of the woods, and the whole canyon was gone. Like, never there. The mist went away, the canyon just went vamoosed.
And as he says that, I'm looking over and goes, what in the... We ran away from that fucking death mist, go down a ravine.
Teresa snaps her fingers, and the sound of thunder just cracks, interrupting you, essentially.
Hi.
You seem to have entered into some sort of planar rift. You weren't in this dimension anymore, child.
I don't want to go back there again, I say.
The outer planes are dangerous things.
Yeah, you think?
She looks at you very annoyedly, Draven, like she does not appreciate your smart-ass sarcasm.
I don't appreciate her comment.
Was a place of nightmares.
I
that seemingly no mortal should ever be.
I push him out of the way, noticing that Teresa's not happy. Just give him. We've all a lot, really.
You push him out of the way, and I'm rolling this on here. And Teresa just starts blowing up the area around you with magic missiles. I roll that on there because it's far too many fucking dice for me to roll by hand.
Yeah.
I blink really fucking fast, like, what the fuck?
Do not get smart with me, boy. I am not one of your peasants. I am your better.
My apologies, my lady.
She just glares at you. As I was
If I'm
saying,
a little bit more sincere next time, dumbass.
she glares and she's like, planar rifts are rare. For one to have opened so suddenly is beyond my scope of knowledge. It seems we have another job for you, but you need to get cleaned up and restocked first. Head back to the city. Find Kelki and tell him Teresa says Mayday Parade. He will know what to do.
Understood.
And the lightning strikes and she's gone. And QG looks, well, you've really gotten her knickers in a bunch, haven't you? And he just like...
Well, I mean, I
aim to please.
I could have called her Captain Obvious, but I mean, I just didn't want to be that subtle.
You say that out loud and lightning strikes beside you. She doesn't appear, but lightning strikes literally beside you. And
it was a joke.
QG just shakes his head with a hissy laugh and just vanishes into a portal that like just opens underneath of him. And
I swear, one day I'm gonna get more information on that guy. He's weird.
You are, as you look around, you are about here. Where the, just maybe about 2 or 3 miles downriver from where the river enters the city. You'll have to go around the city to get in, but you're right by the wall, essentially.
Okay. I think we'll start heading that way. Dang. I didn't, wait a second. I don't know if, even though I don't need materials for it, would pass without a trace have counted towards my spells being used?
Is that one of your paladin things?
Oh, it's a racial trait.
Oh, then no, your racial traits for that govern how many times you can use it. Let me double check.
Yeah, I don't know if I put that down anywhere. I just put in my spells.
Present the...
You can cast it once a day.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah. Okay, so I still got 1 spell slot left. I'm gonna... Who's worse off than I am? I'm at 10 right now.
Me, I'm at 4.
I'm at 11. I'm good right now.
I am bleeding profusely.
I'm gonna walk over to can't pronounce it. Teltix, and kind of rest my hand on their shoulder and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So,
go ahead and roll it.
All right, let's go back to there. And 14.
Okay, cool. I'm at 18 hit points.
All right. Let's all get back to the city. Like, what time of day is it?
It is late afternoon. It will be dark by the time you get to the gate.
Let's rush and make it there.
All right. You all,
Bright side is, I'm pretty sure I could be able to secure us some lodging. Any of you know how to play instrument by chance?
No, I was never taught one.
Mm,
No,
I'll have to show you a thing or two then.
you,
thought it might help with my sleeping. But...
Oh,
Make it
yeah,
back to
by
the
the way, I wanted to present that book that I found in the altar,
Sure.
if I could.
While you're making your trip back, you pull out the book.
Mm-hmm. I found this book in that altar with mouth, forearm thing. Ugh, that thing's gonna give me nightmares for weeks. Anyway, any of you, but can any of you make heads or tails of this? I can't read it.
Whoa, that slide looks cool. Let me see it.
You can't
hand
read
it to him.
Just
I can't
to
read
note, no matter what, none of you can read this language.
Oh, okay.
It's not of this plane.
I guess you should have gave that to Teresa.
Probably, now that I think about it. Shit.
That's
Hindsight is
okay.
20/20
Well, we
today.
can give it to Kelki when we get back. Maybe he can.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
you mentioned
Transit.
Teresa and having something for her, a lightning bolt strikes and she's there.
I didn't do it.
You
I didn't
have
say anything.
something for me from
I-
inside the rift.
Yeah. I hand her.
She takes it from your hand. She actually is like feeling around trying to find it before she grabs it. And she's like, "Strange. My eyes cannot see this, even though it is now in our realm. I am blind to it."
Out of character, how would you say my relation to this person is?
You're what?
Just like, would I be okay kidding with her? Just
No, she would probably kill you.
Okay, damn it. I was gonna say I'm sorry I couldn't find a copy in Braille, but
No, that would probably just get you killed outright. Like there wouldn't even be a
Okay.
hesitation.
oh, okay.
Unlike
Damn
you,
it.
I probably could joke around with the person who brought me.
Yeah, no.
Shit.
Teresa is very much a. There's very few people who are allowed to joke around with Teresa, and never about her eyesight.
Okay.
Is
She-
Teresa the ant woman?
No.
No.
Teresa's the crocodile, the magic crocodile
Gotcha.
who fought Kelki and destroyed a mountain.
Ah,
Yes.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, did we ever get a name on
On who?
the Three King Queen?
The giant ant lady? No.
Yeah.
They just called her the queen.
Okay. Just out of curiosity.
The chat wants Teresa to rip out Draven's eyes, though.
no.
The chat cannot donate for that.
Yes.
content, however.
I need my eyes, thank you.
Uh,
The chat can go to hell.
We did not make that joke, so why would she want to rip out his eyes?
She got
And
me
I
back
don't-
for it. She threatened me with lightning, okay?
Yeah.
you
She scared him.
you
Good
three.
enough.
She
I think-
she takes.
I think
the book
she
and
likes
leaves,
me.
By the way,
Yeah, I'd expect that.
she takes the book and she's like, I will have someone else look at this." And she just again lightning and she's gone.
Okay.
I think she likes me.
If you say that out loud, do you say that out loud?
I do.
A small lightning bolt zaps your ass. You take 5 points of damage. As like a small spark of lightning strikes you in the ass.
You know, I'm glad she chose me as her quote unquote champion because this torture on this poor kid is hilarious.
As I brush off the smolder mass. Thank you, my lady.
Let's not test Teresa's patience.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
let's just move on. Leave the madam alone. She needs to figure out what.
Out of character, not saying this out loud. Thank you, ma'am. May I have another.
And she hears through the grapevines of gods. Yeah,
Oh.
her. What do you say?
JJ, don't you do it.
No, that was
you all
again.
continue your journey, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
We make our way back to the city.
You enter the gate looking like you were just completely obliterated, is what the three of you look like. It's not inaccurate. The DM puts some meta knowledge on you, letting you know that the challenge rating on the two big monsters that you all just decided, like, let's stand here and talk to instead of just running. The challenge rating on both of those were level 12.
Well, we only talked to the flying creature. I only did. What was it?
Celtics?
Celtics.
Just decided instead of running to try to fight, basically. I was just trying to maybe say, go after that shit. And then I got stabbed in the face.
That creature has a odd little ability, an odd little thing it does personality-wise, where it will choose to let you live if, it can, and just in order to rip off one of your limbs.
Yeah, I was not going to let it rip off one of my limbs unless we get to go back and,
but
if I can get it back and have it put back on, or have one of our gracious gods give us my arm back.
As you enter back into the city, Kelky's actually waiting for you at the gate.
Ah. Hello, Kelky.
Hello, sir.
You were gone for quite some time. I was beginning to worry something had happened to you.
Oh,
a few things happened.
And for the sake of time, I'll say you all run through the story and then tell him what Teresa told you.
Okay.
Yep.
Just because we are running low on time. And he looks at you. Another dimension, then. Another planar rift like this.
Yep.
You all will need training.
Ooh. I wouldn't mind.
I believe so, sir.
He looks at you, Akmite. I will handle your training.
Yeah.
As a fellow paladin and one of my men. He looks at Draven. Your mistress. I will send for her. She will come to continue your training.
Sweet.
And then he looks at Celtics. Girl, there is none that I can call for you. Not that could get here quickly. Without upsetting politics. Damnable politics. However, there is a school here for rogues. The master there should have somebody there who could train you.
All right, I will keep that in mind. Thank you, sir.
And we will end the session there.
Yep.
And you will all. It will be about 2 weeks. In game time, not in real time, but in game time, it'll be about 2 weeks before the game catches back up. And in that time, you two will be training. You three will be training. Draven, your mistress, will show up in Grandolia. Akmite, you're going to have 2 weeks of training with Kelky.
Yeah.
And by that means waking up at 4 a.m. and basically working all day.
Okay.
Celtics, there is a school for rogues. There's actually a school for every class in this city, but there is a school for rogues, and you are assigned to a little dwarven fellow who helps you run through like different abilities and whatnot, kind of like get you better at being a rogue, and you will all gain a level.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Level up.
Because level 3 characters are particularly fragile.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, should we roll our... should I clear my deaths?
Yes, you can clear your deaths.
Righty.
And I will wrap things up with the chat.